If you've been training calisthenics for a while, you already know the injury risk in this sport is extremely high. Well, it's not. The truth is, the only reason injuries are so common in calisthenics nowadays is because of the extreme lack of knowledge in the field. Unlike mainstream sports where there are thousands of coaches and athletes who actually know what they're doing, in calisthenics, even the elites barely know anything and are getting injured constantly. From day one, I refused to accept that injuries are just a part of the sport, and I knew that if I actually understand what's causing them and how to avoid it, I would be able to progress faster than 99% of athletes. And today, after 6.5 years where I was able to master every dream skill I had, get 4th place in the World Championship, and helped thousands of athletes improve their skills, I can confidently say that I got injured tens of times. But that's not because I was wrong. It's simply because I had no one to teach me how to avoid those injuries. So I was forced to go through trial and error and run tests on myself. But every test I ran, every injury I faced made me better. It taught me exactly what I'm doing wrong and how to avoid it next time. And using all of this knowledge and experience, not only was I able to finally stop getting injured myself, but I built a 5-steps protocol that helped over 50 of my students this year alone stay injury-free and maximize their calisthenics progress. So I decided to create this video to share this protocol with as many calisthenics athletes as possible to hopefully save years of pain and frustration for anyone who is willing to listen. If you know someone that needs this, send them this video. And if you need this yourself, take a few minutes to fully immerse yourself in the video, because I promise that whoever executes this protocol correctly will never have to worry about injuries ever again. Unless if you get into a car accident, in that I can't help. But before we start, you need to understand something. The biggest problem when it comes to getting injured isn't pain or regression. It's not understanding what got you injured in the first place. If you never learn what hurt you, you'll just keep repeating the same mistake over and over again, and you'll keep getting injured. That's why I designed this protocol as a series of steps. Every step must coexist with the other, and if something isn't working, you simply take a step back, figure out what's not fully dialed in, and fix it accordingly, eliminating any unnecessary mistakes. The first step is the warm-up. Now, I know what you're thinking, you already know that, and it's nothing special, but the truth is 99% of calisthenics athletes are warming up completely incorrectly. I used to think that warming up is just about getting your body moving, getting your blood flowing, but I was completely wrong. Training calisthenics skills is extremely physically taxing. When you're working on a planche or a front lever, you're not just training your shoulders or your lats, you're stressing your tendons, nervous system, and a bunch of tiny muscles you've never heard of. And the better you get at your skills, the bigger the stress. So if you're not warming up correctly to make sure those systems are ready for high intensity work and are getting stronger together with your skills, you are on the fastest route to a bicep tier. Your warm-up should consist of 3 stages. Stage 1, general warm-up. Here you open up your ranges of motion, get your blood flowing, and tell your body, now it's time to work. Exercises like shoulder dislocations, neck spins, and hip rotations fit here. Stage 2, tendons and central nervous system activation. Treat this as both warm-up and strengthening. Do all the funny exercises that target the exact areas where you feel pain or weakness. Face pull, straight arm work, forearm pumps, this is the exact kind of work you need. Stage 3, visualization. Start doing exercises that resemble the skills you are working on. This prepares your body for the exact positions you'll work on and helps you test how you feel today. If you're feeling heavy or tired on early progressions or banded work, that's a sign that you probably need to adjust your training load, because if you ignore it, you could cause serious damage, which brings me to the next step of the protocol, the right load management. So many people are stuck in grind mode, no pain, no gain. They think that it doesn't matter how you feel, you just gotta keep pushing. But what they don't realize is that feeling heavy, weak, or in pain isn't an obstacle, it's a message. It's essentially your body telling you something's not working, I need a change. And if you fail to listen to it, good luck ever reaching your dream skills. But taking a full rest day every time training isn't perfect means you'll never accumulate enough load to progress. Instead, adjust intensity based on how your body feels, but avoid changing your volume. If you normally do 10 sets, do 10 sets, but instead of having them be at like 80 to 90% of your maximum strength, make them 60 or 50 or 40, depends on how you feel. Volume is much harder to build than intensity. You want to keep telling your body that we are training for this amount of time in the day, that we are doing this amount of exercises, and the only thing that changes is the intensity. But what if you lower intensity and it still feels too much? That usually means the stress doesn't come from lack of strength, but from something else. And more often than not, that something else is step 3 in the protocol. Mobility. I used to overlook mobility. I thought that the planche and front lever wasn't mobility taxing, so flexibility wouldn't matter, but I was wrong. Calisthenics skills are more complicated than they look. They load parts of your body that you've never thought about, and mobility is the same way. Being able to retract in the front lever isn't just about strength, it's a range of motion. And the same goes for the protraction and even simple stuff, such as fully locking your elbows. The less mobile you are, the less comfortable your body feels in the skill, and the less comfortable it feels, the more it relies on your strong points while neglecting your weak ones, which inevitably keeps them weak. The 3 most important stretches every calisthenics athlete should do every day are: 1. Behind the back shoulder stretch, great for shoulder and chest range of motion. 2. Child pose, key to anyone who's struggling with any type of handstands. And 3. Reverse prayer, a game changer if your retraction feels off. At the end of the video, I'm gonna share my full mobility and warm-up routines. But as much as you'd hate to hear it, building the perfect routine is completely individual. No 2 athletes are born equal, and as much as I'd wish I could help build every athlete's routine personally, I can't. That's why I opened my one-on-one coaching, where I helped over 50 athletes this year alone build the exact training, mobility, and warm-up routines to make sure they stay injury-free and maximize their progress. If you watched all the way till here and you want to save the time, pain, and frustration it would take you to figure all of this out on your own, the link to book a one-on-one call with me is in the description or the pinned comment. Click it if you want so I can meet you and find out together if the coaching fits you. The last 2 steps of the protocol are completely different from the first 3 and massively neglected. The first is nutrition. Every sport has different physical requirements, so naturally the nutrition should be different as well. The way an artistic gymnast eats compared to a sumo wrestler is completely different. So how come in calisthenics even the best athletes fuel themselves with junk right before training? Nutrition is one of the topics I research most, and I realized it should be pretty similar to how male gymnasts eat. Your goal is to stack as much strength as possible while staying as light as possible, because when it comes to lifting your own body weight, the lighter you are, the easier it gets. So the best nutrition for every calisthenics athlete is just 1 green monster a day and you're fine. No, I'm just kidding, even though I freaking love these. What you want to do is eat in maintenance. Basically consume exactly the same amount of calories you burn from as much clean food as you can. So no junks, no candies or McDonald's or anything like that. That way you'll be able to slowly build your muscle mass while keeping unnecessary fat away. I also personally recommend eating 1 to 2 times a day so your meals are aligned with your training. Because even if you eat the right foods in the right amount, training after a big meal will still make you feel heavy. Eating once or twice a day teaches your body when to feel hungry and when to be ready for training. But you also want to avoid eating too late, because eating too close to your bedtime will hurt the last step of the protocol. Sleep. Everybody knows sleeping is huge for recovery, but nobody realizes how much. Sleeping 8 hours every day is a great start, but if you manage to optimize those 8 hours, the impact this could have on your recovery and progress is absolutely massive. The best ways to optimize your sleep are 1. Stick to a sleep schedule. Get in and out of bed at around the same time every day. Your body loves routine. Once you build a specific rhythm, it's much easier to fall asleep, sleep deeply, and wake up feeling refreshed. And trust me, I'm saying this for myself as well. Ever since the car accident, my sleep routine has been all over the place, and it really affected how I feel and how I perform in my day-to-day. 2. No screens an hour before bedtime. Consuming content increases dopamine. And not only that, but screens also emit blue light, which suppresses melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to wind down. For the best results, avoid blue light once the sun sets. But if you're working with screens all day like I do, the most realistic solution would be blue light blocking glasses, which I actually have on right now. They filter all of the blue lights from your screen, which makes it much easier to fall asleep. Mine are from a brand that's called Lens. I really like them. They actually turn into sunglasses in the day as well. I swear it's not sponsored. Actually, I wish it was sponsored. They just work really well, so I recommend getting a pair. The third best way to optimize your sleep is by keeping your room cool. Your temperature needs to drop for you to fall asleep properly. If your room is too warm, you'd be able to fall asleep, but the sleep you'll have would be much lighter and at way lower quality. Ideally, you want to have your room at around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. This helps you enter deep sleep faster, stay there longer, and wake up actually feeling recovered and not like you fought your entire night. And that's basically it. That's the full 5 steps protocol. If you dial in your warm-up, manage your loads properly, stay mobile, fuel your body with the right stuff, and make sure you optimize your sleep, injuries stop being a part of the sport. They become something you outgrow, something you leave behind while everyone else keep doing the same mistakes. I put the full warm-up and mobility routines I personally use every rep and set in the description or the pinned comment, so you can use them as a reference for your own today. Bookmark this video and come back to it whenever you need. These steps aren't things you perfect from day one. And if you have any other questions, feel free to drop a comment below. I answer everything. Till then, I will see you in the next video.